More on Clayton Kershaw on today's injury report brought to you by Keck Medicine of USC. Kersh gets the Mother's Day start tomorrow for AAA Oklahoma City. His fourth and hopefully final rehab outing as he returns from off-season toe and knee surgeries. Kersh is eligible to return from the 60-day IL next Sunday. And as we heard from Dave Roberts earlier, Kershaw's next start will be with the big club. They just aren't sure which day it's going to be. Highlights of Kershaw's OKC start tomorrow.
The good hitters don't come off the fastball. His fastball hasn't been commanded really well, and then I know there's been a lot of talk about the inconsistency of the velocity. 94 is different than 98, certainly when it's not commanded. I think just being able to strike the split, the slider, the curveball, and but again, when you do get count and leverage, you got to be able to put hitters away, and I think that's something for me that he has gotten to a lot of two-strike counts and hasn't really been able to put hitters away.
On the velocity point, like I know you said you weren't overly worried about how hard he was throwing, but are you surprised that it's been closer to like the 95 range on a lot of these starts, and how much of a concern is it that it hasn't picked up yet?
Well, I wouldn't say concern. I'm more concerned about the command. Because if you don't have velocity, when you're talking 98, 99, then command becomes more of a priority, and which I always think it should be regardless. But when you're throwing in the mid-90s, 94, then you got to really command the baseball. So that's something we're going to work on as a group. Roki understands that, and this is still his first season here, so there has to be some grace as he's kind of learning this league and kind of getting his footing.
Is this the kind of thing that kind of falls within when you guys called him an unfinished product, still a work in progress? Does this kind of fall within that range of things you expected?
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. And he's certainly talented, but there's finishing school. And so that's something that we were prepared for. And I know it's harder for him to embrace not having complete success, but this is a tough league.
Sort of on that, how difficult is that to diagnose and correct at this level as opposed to maybe down in the minors where there's more development based?
There's nothing more impactful than going through a particular experience. And he's going through some struggles right now. And major league hitters tell you what adjustments you need to make. And so coaches can tell you things, he can think some things, but ultimately it's you can make adjustments, and he will make adjustments given how the hitters respond. So I think you learn that by doing that here.
So you think it's better for him to be up here right now than, if this were to continue, thinking about a minor league stint?
Well, I don't think that a minor league stint is in any of our minds right now, and I do think that this learning up here is very, very valuable.
You had a growth curve with Yamamoto last year too.
We did, and even that, he was still a few years older at that point in time, and he pitched a lot more than Roki did. But we still had that curve with Yamamoto last year, absolutely.
Doc, when Kershaw comes back, what's your plan for him? Is he going to go right into the rotation? What are you guys projecting?
Yeah, he's pitching tomorrow in OKC. I think it's a little bit of a shortened stint to get ready for his outing with us. I don't know exactly which day it's going to be with us, but he'll be a starter, and I expect a full start.
And what do you expect to see from him after all this time in and out?
I just expect him to get strike one, to have a good slider, to be efficient, and to do what Clayton always does.
Dave, when you talk about what Andy's been able to do the last 3 weeks or so, the support system he's had, whether it's Teoscar, Raul Ibanez, what does that say about the organization and how they've helped him?
Well, I think that we do a great job of drafting, developing, and Andy was a young player in our system, and It's really, I think it's a feather in our cap to watch his growth and his impact with us. I was actually talking to a couple young players in there today about how his body has changed, the value of work and how he prepares to be able to take down center field, to hit in the middle of the order for our lineup as a homegrown player. That's really rare. And so that's a compliment to player development and Andy and the hitting coaches and all that.
And with Teoscar out and Edman out, how much more important has his production been?
It's been huge. I mean, to be able to hit him, second, fourth, fifth, when you're losing two guys that are really key in our offense, and to really not miss a beat, that's saying a lot and speaks a lot to Andy's growth.
How did Otani's bullpen go?
It was good. It was good. It was, I think it was 35 pitches, something like that, up, down. I thought he threw the baseball well. Some fastballs, two-seam, four-seam. I saw some splits. I still don't know what the next progression is, but as of today was a good day for Shohei.
How significant is the up-down part?
It is. It's significant because it sort of simulates, an up-down inning, and to see how he comes out it after taking, call it 5 to 7 minutes of rest, and to see how he responds. So it's important. But again, I don't know what the next step is.
So you watch him and he looks good. You start getting a little antsy, maybe a little anxious to have that out there.
I'm trying to temper it because I know that we're being very methodical with this, clearly. But yeah, when you see the arm and you see what he can do, you sort of, I put my head in a place of how he could help us right now, but I'm trying to be patient.
Do you have it mapped out how you're going to prepare him to pitch and prepare him to continue hitting?
You know what? I know we're planning on him being a starter, building him up, but I don't know when and how that's going to look right now. I don't think any of us do.
I think when the Angels, when he was pitching, just the whole routine of him preparing for a start and preparing to hit in between, it was fairly energetic and confusing.
I could say it's certainly energetic, and there's a lot of variables. So we're certainly not there, but I can imagine how kind of, a lot of different things going on to get him ready to pitch. So there's a lot to it.
You talked about Yamamoto a minute ago, Dave. What steps did he take either late last year or in the off season into this year to kind of take, return to the level that kind of everybody was thinking?
I really don't know that answer. I know that he had a good off season. He came into camp really good. The body looks the same. I just think that the understanding of major league hitters, how his stuff plays, I just see a different, like I've talked about it. I mean, I see a much more confident player, and I really believe that conviction, confidence is kind of kicked off his 25 season.
I know you're biased, but who's a better hitter at this point, Judge or Otani? Judge has still moves today. He's batting 400, got 30-something RBIs.
Yeah, you know what? I'm obviously biased, and I honestly don't see Aaron enough. But I think you can flip a coin and not be wrong. But I don't see Aaron. But